P. Diddy definitely f***ed everybody and did this to everyone. And then we're like, well, how do you know? He's like, I read. It doesn't really mean anything.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago.
Things just got wild, y'all. Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are blowing the lid off a so-called Trump list linked to Diddy, and it's got Hollywood elites scrambling. Word on the street is some big-name celebs are fleeing the country after alleged $100 million deals tied to Diddy's name hit the surface. But what's on this list? And why is everyone running scared? Buckle up, because this one's a roller coaster you won't believe. Let's start with Ellen DeGeneres, who has everyone scratching their heads right now. The former queen of daytime TV hasn't just stepped back from the limelight, she's allegedly fled the US, moving to a quiet village in England with her wife, Portia de Rossi. On the surface, it might seem like she's just looking for some peace and quiet after years of controversy, but when you dig deeper, things start to look way more suspicious.
Look, in some shocking and sad news for the 74 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump, former talk show host Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have fled the US and moved to the UK in the wake of the result, telling friends that the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, that they've settled into Cotswolds.
Ellen and Diddy have had a long-standing connection. Diddy was a frequent guest on her show, where he'd joke about his legendary parties, and Ellen would laugh along like it was all harmless fun. But here's the thing, these weren't just regular parties. Rumors about Diddy's freak-offs, where boundaries were non-existent, have been circulating for years. Ellen, who's known for her be kind mantra, might have known way more about these dark parties than she ever let on.
Your feet are gonna have blisters. You're gonna be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
And it doesn't stop there. Old clips of Ellen being shady to her guests are resurfacing. Remember when Dakota Johnson called her out for lying about not being invited to her birthday party? People are revisiting moments like that, saying Ellen's nice guy act might have been just that, an act. Add to that the whispers about two of her late ex-girlfriends passing away under suspicious circumstances, and now there's talk that Diddy may have helped her cover up certain things.
Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you.
To make things worse, conspiracy theories are swirling around her connection to the tragic death of her former DJ, Stephen Twitch Boss. Some believe Twitch may have stumbled across disturbing footage tied to Diddy's infamous parties and was silenced because of it. While there's no hard evidence to back this up, the timing of Ellen's sudden retreat to England and Diddy's ongoing legal troubles has fans connecting the dots. Ellen's move to another country, combined with her cryptic silence on Diddy's arrest, has only fueled speculation. Is she running from the fallout of Diddy's empire crumbling, or is there something even darker she's trying to escape? Either way, Ellen's decision to flee the US isn't sitting right with anyone.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have a good night. Have you been to his parties?
And Ellen isn't the only one who's fled the country amidst the Diddy saga. Oprah Winfrey is right there with her. Oprah's move has fans raising their eyebrows, especially considering her long history of cozying up to powerful figures with questionable pasts. Word on the street is that Oprah has also quietly left the US, reportedly to dodge any potential ties to Diddy's ongoing mess. Oprah, a media mogul and philanthropist, has always been a symbol of success and empowerment. But let's not forget she's been connected to her fair share of controversies over the years. For one, her close relationship with Harvey Weinstein, even after whispers of his predatory behavior started spreading, has people questioning how much she knew and why she stayed silent for so long. Photos of her smiling and embracing Weinstein have resurfaced, adding fuel to the fire. But that's not all. One of the darkest stains on Oprah's legacy is her endorsement of João Teixeira de Faria, better known as John of God. She featured him on her platform, calling him a miracle healer, but years later, he was exposed as a predator running a massive trafficking ring. Victims of John of God claimed Oprah's promotion gave him more legitimacy, making it easier for him to manipulate and exploit them. Now, with Diddy's allegations surfacing, people are speculating whether Oprah's support for figures like John of God, Weinstein, and possibly even Diddy was more than just a coincidence.
Nós somos médium.
Everybody is a medium
Pratico bem.
who practices good, and we are all children of God, and each person has their mission.
Yes.
To make things worse, rumors are flying that Oprah received $1 million to back Kamala Harris during her political campaign. Allegedly, this was an effort to ensure that any Epstein-related lists or ties to Diddy wouldn't become public knowledge. Fans are questioning whether Oprah's sudden exit from the US is about avoiding political chaos or making sure she isn't caught up in the fallout if these connections come to light. But that's not all. Oprah's name has also come up in connection to some of Diddy's infamous parties. Allegedly, she was a guest at several of these gatherings, and while there's no proof she participated in anything scandalous, the association alone has people side-eyeing her. And now that Diddy's legal troubles are heating up, rumors are swirling that Oprah's trying to get as far away from the spotlight as possible.
Oprah Winfrey has had a lot of controversy around her African school for girls, with huge conspiracy theories starting that these girls were going missing from Oprah's school. All of these theories started shortly after Oprah opened her school in 2007.
To make things worse, Oprah's legacy has already taken hits before. Remember the controversy surrounding her all-girls school in South Africa? What was supposed to be a safe haven for young girls turned into a nightmare, with reports of abuse surfacing shortly after it opened. Critics are now connecting dots between her past scandals and her connection to Diddy, wondering if there's a pattern of turning a blind eye when it comes to powerful, problematic figures in her circle.
Forbes magazine estimates Oprah Winfrey has given a whopping $400 million to education. And one of the causes closest to her heart is celebrating a milestone.
This is a huge one for her. In an exclusive interview with ABC's Juju Chang, Oprah talks about the emotional and sometimes very difficult journey.
Oprah's team has stayed quiet about her sudden retreat, but the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Fans are asking, is she genuinely stepping back to avoid the political chaos in the US, or is she trying to stay out of the crossfire if Diddy starts naming names? And speaking of unexpected names, let's talk about Ashton Kutcher. While Oprah's ties to Diddy raised eyebrows, Ashton's connection to this whole saga is downright shocking. Once the golden boy of Hollywood, Ashton has been laying low lately, and now people are wondering if it's because of his ties to Diddy's infamous parties. Ashton's history with Diddy goes way back. In the early 2000s, they became fast friends through MTV projects and mutual Hollywood connections. They even ran the New York City Marathon together in 2003, and Ashton was a regular guest at Diddy's legendary white parties. But now that the feds are digging deep into Diddy's life, Ashton's decision to reportedly leave Hollywood altogether looks a little too convenient. According to sources, Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, are planning to move out of the country entirely. Some say it's about privacy, but others are convinced it's about dodging the fallout from Diddy's arrest.
He was so upset over the fact that he got skunked on this run. That year, he decided to run the New York Marathon. And so he just started immediately training for the New York Marathon.
And that's not all. Old interviews of Ashton are now resurfacing, adding fuel to the fire. In a 2019 Hot Ones appearance, Ashton awkwardly laughed off questions about Diddy's parties, hinting that there was a lot he couldn't talk about. He even admitted that Diddy warned him not to prank him on Punk'd, saying, "Yo, don't you dare punk me." At the time, it seemed harmless, but now it's got people wondering, was Ashton keeping quiet about something much bigger than just pranks?
Our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punk'd, because he was like, "Yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me." And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, "Not me, I'm off the table."
To make things worse, Ashton was already under fire this year for his controversial character letters defending Danny Masterson, his former That 70s Show co-star convicted of serious crimes. The backlash was swift, forcing Ashton to step down from his anti-child exploitation organization Thorn. And now, with his name being whispered in connection to Diddy's drama, fans are asking if Ashton's decision to step back is about protecting himself from more than just public outrage.
George, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis starred on That 70s Show with Danny Masterson, and his accusations took place during the time they were on that show. Now he faces the maximum sentence, but now his former co-stars are also paying the price for supporting him.
Adding to the speculation, some fans are pointing out that Mila Kunis hasn't been as vocal in supporting Ashton lately. Rumors of tension in their marriage have started swirling, with some claiming the stress of Ashton's alleged ties to Diddy is putting a strain on their relationship. Their reps have denied it, but the timing of their rumored move and Ashton's silence isn't doing much to quash the gossip. And if you thought Ashton Kutcher's ties to Diddy were wild, Leonardo DiCaprio's involvement takes it up another notch. Leo, the Hollywood heartthrob turned environmental activist, has been suspiciously quiet ever since Diddy's legal troubles began. While most fans know Leo for his lavish lifestyle and A-list status, his deep ties to Diddy's world are now coming back to haunt him. Leo and Diddy's friendship dates back to the 90s when they were both at the height of their fame. From red carpets to Diddy's iconic white parties, Leo wasn't just a guest, he was was the guest. Diddy himself called Leo his #1 invite to these legendary events, and photos from those nights are starting to resurface. One particularly telling image shows Leo at a Diddy party surrounded by much younger attendees, a detail that's raising eyebrows as more allegations about these gatherings come to light.
I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
And I can get on that list,
Yes,
right?
without a doubt, you are invited.
But that's not all. Rumors are swirling that Leo's connection to Diddy might run deeper than just being party buddies. Some are speculating that Leo may have known more about what went on at these infamous parties than he's letting on. And let's not forget the timing. Leo recently jetted off to Italy with his latest girlfriend, far away from the Diddy drama. Fans aren't buying the vacation excuse, pointing out that this sudden escape feels more like a strategic retreat than a relaxing getaway. Adding fuel to the fire is Leo's history of entanglement in other scandals. Remember the 1MDB controversy? Leo was caught up in the Malaysian embezzlement scheme through his association with financier Joe Low. He even had to return luxury gifts, including a Picasso painting and Marlon Brando's Oscar, to distance himself from the scandal. Now, fans are drawing parallels, wondering if Leo is using the same playbook to avoid getting dragged into the Diddy mess.
This fraud is unbelievable because Jolo just stole billions of dollars almost overnight.
Investigators have called it one of the biggest corruption cases ever.
And here's where it gets even darker. Diddy's trial is set for May 2025, and insiders believe he's not going down alone. With the feds allegedly in possession of explosive footage from Diddy's parties, it's only a matter of time before more names get exposed. If Diddy decides to cooperate to save himself, Leo's past attendance at these events might come back to bite him. So, with Diddy's empire crumbling and his alleged secrets spilling out, we can't help but wonder how many of these Hollywood elites are truly innocent. Are these stars just collateral damage, or do they have skeletons in their closets that they're desperately trying to keep hidden? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for all the latest updates in the world of hip-hop and Hollywood, and be sure to check out our next video where we take an even deeper dive into the celeb lifestyle and the dark past they'd rather keep buried. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one.